What's up guys? Back with another video. Today an Under Armour hoodie review. I love Dick's Sporting Goods, and the reason I love Dick's Sporting Goods is because they have a great selection of streetwear. And if you are wondering what the definition of streetwear is, I think you can define streetwear as stylish and athletic, and Dick's Sporting Goods I think is the absolute best place to go. Other than Under Armour or Nikes or Adidas themselves, Macy's also has a pretty good selection, as well as Dillard's. Dick's Sporting Goods is a great place to go for streetwear. And also, apropos to this review, Dick's Sporting Goods has one of the best selections of Under Armour other than Under Armour themselves. So looking around, what caught my attention, even though there are tons of things by Under Armour and Dick's Sporting Goods, what caught my attention about these hoodies, first and foremost, it's the fourth quarter of the year, which means it's fall, it's winter soon, it's the cooler part of the year. So something like this is something you're probably shopping for, right? But what caught my attention were the colors. So there is a link in the description below. You can see for yourself. This is the Men's Essential Fleece Hoodie by Under Armour. They were $60 each, so both I paid $127.80. This is here in Florida, so sales tax will apply to wherever you live. And of course, it doesn't matter if this is for a man or a woman, but the point I wanted to make was finding these two colors is what caught my attention. And you can see next to each other, kind of has an effeminate, or maybe gives off an effeminate vibe. This color on the left is Pink Elixir, and this color on the right is Maroon. So pink and a dark cranberry red together look like girl colors, something you might find in the women's department. And actually, the colors for this fleece hoodie in general at the store and online are colors, generally speaking, that you would probably be able to find in the women's department. But like I said, the link is in the description below. This is the Men's Essential Fleece Hoodie by Under Armour. But what caught my attention was the pink and maroon for this season. And yes, even though at first impressions you might think that's for a girl, let me actually explain to you or give you my idea or my hypothesis as to what makes these colors acceptable. And by the way, even though they are girls' colors, I think they look great and I would wear either one. And there is a reason for that. So in previous videos, maybe you've seen them, maybe you haven't, I've done a ton of clothing reviews. One of the hypotheses that I have formulated over the years in regards to color, is pink a male or female color? And the answer to that is no, it's gender neutral. But what makes pink, even though this is a color that you typically find women or girls wearing, what makes this color acceptable for a man to wear is how it's presented. So at first glance, you might think pink and white, a little bit effeminate, but I think what keeps it from going over the edge or crossing the line is a lack of red accenting. If you actually look on designer websites like Louis Vuitton or maybe Gucci, for example, you'll find that most of the items that they have in the women's section have red or sometimes pink or maybe gold accenting, as where here on these Under Armour hoodies, yes, they're pink, but you get just basic silver hardware at the end of this pull string, drawstring, and of course pink drawstring to match the Pink Elixir. And the same is for the maroon flavor. I think what would have put these over the edge and maybe put them on the opposite side of the store with the women's item would have to be red, gold, accenting, which would, I think, pretty much make these for a woman. So don't be afraid, check these out. I think the more pressing matter here, $60 for a hoodie, that's expensive. And I think the only way to figure out if they're worth it or not is not judging them by color, rather judging them by how well they fit. So let's go ahead and try them on. An extra large is what I typically wear, so that's what I purchased for this hoodie. Usually when it comes to pullovers or jackets or zip ups or button downs, I try to size up, maybe an extra large. The only exception to that rule is if it is a single piece of clothing, and by that I mean like a t-shirt or a hoodie. If it's a jacket, like a rain jacket or a blazer or a sport coat, then I like to size it up a bit so that I can wear things underneath. This, however, I don't see myself wearing anything underneath except for a t-shirt, and for that it's not necessary to go 2 sizes up. Instead, buy the size that is true to what you buy in t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, polo shirts. And what I was able to find was roomy in the chest, in the armpits, in the shoulders, great length in the sleeves and in the tail for an overall comfortable, casual fit. Yes, at first glance, these two colors next to one another, pink and maroon, look effeminate, but check the link in the description below, you can see for yourself. But like I said, I think what keeps these from going over that line or crossing that red line is a lack of red or gold accenting. Had the drawstrings or maybe the hardware on the drawstrings been gold or red, that would probably indicate these are for a woman. But luckily here we get just simple metal hardware and simple matching drawstrings contrasted with the white stitch Under Armour logo, which makes this, I think, totally acceptable for a man to wear. Something to keep you warm on those cooler days, and I think this is a pretty good place to start. This Under Armour Essential Fleece hoodie I picked up at Dick's Sporting Goods. It was $60. Comment down below for more, share this video with friends and family, and hit the bell icon to get notified when we post to YouTube. Stay tuned for the next review.